Noveske chainsaw for $1,200. Sort of. Howdy y'all and welcome back. So I've wanted a Noveske rifle for years, and frankly just never thought I'd have one because they're not cheap. So not so long ago they came out with their chainsaw line and even branded it the People's Rifle because it's like affordable-ish, sort of. So normally this rifle off the shelf, like from the Noveske factory, they run like MSRP's, I think $19.50 for this, or kind of this 16-inch stainless barrel. You can find them for like $18.50 if you can find them. And I'm like, that's still kind of a stretch, but was surfing the gun broker and found this matched receiver set for like $500 and thought, well, I can do that, right? So then I get to looking into the barrels and doing homework on the difference between their hammer forged chrome lined barrels versus the stainless barrels. And I've never had a stainless barrel. I figured, you know what, we'll go that route. And that's running a little over $400. And the handguard is about $300. So you put that together and we're at about $12. And everything else I already had. So I recently announced that I'm giving this guy away, which is an Arrow receiver, Arrow BCG, Arrow charging handle, Ballistic Advantage marked, Arrow handguard, that's Ballistic Advantage Hansen profile, barrel, right? So giving this whole thing away, and then I took all of the parts off of the lower and put them towards this rifle, which was about another $1,000 in parts. And then you get to this. So in reality, this is I'm in this about $2,400, not including optic and mount. But it's actually spec'd out a little nicer than a regular off-the-shelf chainsaw. With the caveat that this doesn't come with the certificate of authenticity that a chainsaw would, and I am not a Noveske qualified gunsmith, right? It is different. And I appreciate ponying up and getting that certificate, right? Just buying one that was assembled by real gunsmiths as opposed to assembled by this guy. So it's not the same, but working kind of back to front, we've got the mag pull, we've got primary weapon systems fluted buffer tube. Inside of it is a Geisley Super 42 buffer and spring, primary weapon systems ratcheting castle nut. We've got Radian Raptor charging handle, and for now, a Sons of Liberty Gunworks BCG. We've got, kind of turning it around here, Geisley Maritime, Battle Arms Development, Safety and Mag Release or Mag Catch, and Geisley SSAX trigger, which is phenomenal. I'm a huge fan. And then obviously we've got the Noveske handguard, which matches beautifully with that receiver. And a little Arisaka finger stop just for now. And then topping it off, we've got a Surefire War Comp, which is a little heavy, and I might replace that maybe. I already have a Noveske branded charging handle, which is actually a Geisley Airborne. That will probably get here tomorrow. For now, I'm going to leave this BCG in here just to let my credit cards cool off for a minute. But I will eventually do a Noveske branded BCG just so it all, is matchy-matchy. BCM grip. For now, I've got the Vortex Viper 1-6 on here in a Arrow lightweight mount. These two together are about 25 ounces, and I will eventually upgrade this to a piece of glass that's a little more deserving of the rest of the build. Right now looking at Nightforce NX8 or possibly Primary Arms PLXC fairly similar in price and both 17 ounces. So that would trim a little weight. Big Girl is about 8.5 pounds in this current configuration. So not light, not unmanageable, but not light. The barrel alone is 28 ounces. So it's not like a super nose diver, but it's, it's not, I'm kind of spoiled to lighter profile barrels. So yeah, that's kind of it. So got it together Thursday night, jumped in the truck Saturday morning, ran up to my buddy Jacob's. That's the footage you saw right there. And I got to reach out and touch steel at 300. And that is the first time that I have shot to 300 yards since 1995, back when I was in the Army. So, got it zeroed, very little drama. It is a proper sub MOA gun. Even using like the very, very cheapest 55 grain Igman ammo that I had on hand, still pulled off a couple of sub MOA groups at 100. It's a damn laser. Like, the gun is accurate even with not great ammo. Can't wait to put some different flavors of ammo through it and kind of see what it really likes. But if you do your part, it's a sub MOA gun. So yeah, reached out. Once I got it zeroed, reached out to touch the 300. I had checked my holds from the Vortex literature, so I knew right where to put it. First 3 shots came out like this. Now, if you're a seasoned long-range shooter, that might not be impressive to you. I was super tickled with that. Like, yay for me. So I think the question is, is a Noveske rifle worth the money? Yeah, I think so. Can you shoot groups like that with a much, much cheaper rifle? Of course, if you're a better shooter than me. But I think it's worth the money. And the whole purpose of this is you can get there with patience. Save your money or pay down your credit cards and make room on them so that you can then blow them up like I did. But the point being, you don't have to just drop $2,000 to get it into a chainsaw. You can build one over time. Again, it will not be like a proper Noveske born rifle with the certificate. And a word of caution, if you are not a fairly seasoned AR builder, I would not recommend going this route. The tolerances are insanely tight. And getting the barrel in took a little bit of witchcraft. And getting the gas block on took a little wizardry. Not for the faint of heart. I would not recommend doing this if you're brand new into building ARs. You need a little practice and a lot of patience because it's tight, y'all. But I am super, super proud to finally have it. And that's the point, is that if you just budget your money, have patience, take as long as you need, and then build off of an existing, whatever you got, you can get there over time. That's the beauty of these things. So anyway, more to come on this guy. That's pretty much all I got for today. Until next time, be easy, y'all.